All right, Sag, it's a little bit difficult, but what I would say here is that criticizing yourself is not helping your situation, even if circumstances are not the best right now. By doing that, it's self-defeating. So manage to be glad, create your own happiness regardless of conditions, and then you have never-ending story. Now, absolutely, when you look at never-ending story, it could be about, the dramas that you deal with over and over again. But the over and over again here is going to be about self-criticism and the wounded ego more so than anything else. So it's almost like you're blaming yourself for the conditions that you are in. But again, it's self-defeating, because manage to be glad is saying that your happiness is in your own hands. You are responsible for creating your own happiness. Even if conditions are not the best right now, if you can find happiness within difficult circumstances, it will make things easier for you. But you are hurting yourself by constantly criticizing yourself or even blaming yourself for, the difficult circumstances that you find yourself in now. So stop it. Stop doing that, right? There are things to be happy about. There are things to be grateful for. And that's where I think that you need to shift your focus, no matter how difficult the circumstances are right now. Because Neverending Story would say that, the drama continues and it just continues. But it doesn't have to be that way. You just have to make that choice, right? Now, the dark mirror, and, like I always say, this isn't going to be for everybody. But for those of you who are having a difficult time, the artificial heart, the moon phase here is new and the stage is bargain. This is basically having the robotic response to feelings. So your emotional response to your feelings is just like, it's like being on autopilot. So I talk about when you feel like nothing good is happening or nothing in your life is changing, it's because you're not making the conscious choice to change your thoughts. So you're just on autopilot here. You're not really feeling anything, although you really want to. But this is also saying, though, that you're not really being authentic to yourself when it comes to how you feel about the circumstances that you're in right now. All right, Sag. Here's your overall, the Hermit. Okay. And I look at this and I don't, because I'm trying to feel whether or not, this is complete isolation. And I don't think that that's it. I think that at some point you may have been isolating yourself from your emotions. But with this being the overall on your reading, I think that a lot of you are just saying, I need to do things on my own for a minute. I need to take a time out. I need to do, the deeper soul searching and look for those answers, right? The answers are within. So the Hermit may be the correct response, depending on what you're dealing with. In the past, the Six of Wands. Okay. So, that feels good. So at some point in the past, you may feel like, whatever you were dealing with, you had at least some victory, some, small personal victory over something difficult. But the thing is, though, when you look at the Six of Wands, right? Like I'm trying to, oh my God, if I could just talk right. They always say that when you have that victory, you have to continue. Like you have to continue doing the right thing in order to maintain that. It's short-lived with the Six of Wands. And then you see when you move into the Seven, somebody needing to defend their position, right? But clearly here, whatever you're dealing with in the past, there was at least some small victory in your mind. Oh, in the present, the Ten of Wands. So, and we'll see here, but it would make sense that the Hermit is what the overall is, especially if you feel like, you did the right thing. You did what was right in the past, and then you move into the Ten of Wands where you feel overwhelmed, heavy, carrying this burden around with you when you should have let it go. But for some reason you can't, regardless of the fact that there was a victory in the past. Future conditions, strength. So, and the only way here to find your inner strength again is to take a time out for yourself. But I'm interested in what it is that's weighing on you. What is it that you can't let go of? What is it that you're having a hard time releasing? And one of the things that I talk about with the Ten of Wands is there's always a fucking destination with this card. But When you continuously say to yourself, when this happens or when I get here, you're constantly pushing it into the future. So where is that destination for you? What do you think needs to happen before you can release whatever is weighing on you? And I don't think that this is something that's coming back around. You had a personal victory in the past, but yet you're continuing to carry the weight of, whatever was going on. And then you look at strength and future conditions. Why are you needing to find the strength to continue to carry a burden? Which can be the case for some of you. But again, with the Hermit, this is saying that I need to find strength within. But what is that burden? Okay, your best path to follow, the world. And this is what I'm talking about, Sag. I'm telling you. The world is your advice, or the best path to follow here. You have to take the right steps here to get that successful completion in your life. This is going to be the end of a really big chapter in your life, but it's always good with the world. But you have to do what is right here to get to that place. But you have to figure it out. You have to figure it out for yourself. You're going to have to step back and go, okay, I need everybody to just leave me the hell alone for a minute so that I can look at this situation and look at what it is that you're carrying around and do what is necessary to find the strength to release it and not continue to carry a burden. Wow, man. In your environment. All right. The Seven of Pentacles. And I'm looking at that with the Ten of Wands. So if we're talking about a burden that you're carrying, it's about something that, you want to see growth with. But I always question the Seven of Pentacles. Are you happy with what you have to show for everything? Is there a different way to do something? Are you reevaluating all of your responsibilities and your burdens? Or are you looking at it going, I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but I can't let go of it? Because when you look at the Seven of Pentacles, if you're not seeing the results that you want when you're taking that harvest, why would you continue to carry it with you? If there is no way to further growth, then it's time to move on. Take what you have from this and move somewhere else and start planting different seeds, right? But instead, you're looking at what you have and you're like, it's not everything, but it's become a burden. Like, you have to do this. Now, that could be simply about work, we could break this down to, yay, there's the personal victory. I got what I wanted. I did the right thing. But now I have all these responsibilities and all these burdens, but it's not giving me the results that I want. But now are you finding, like I said, the strength to continue to do this? Or are you going to give yourself a minute to really think about what you wanted in the first place? And what you need to do here to create a successful completion of this instead of carrying this bullshit around, or continuing to do a job that just isn't going to give you what you need. Wow, man. Oh my God. Your hopes and your fears, the Ten of Swords, and I don't think that you want it to go that way because of the position that it's in. I don't want a painful ending. I don't want things to end badly. But I think that you're fearing that if you release this and let it go, that that's what's going to happen. Wow. And look at it. And that may be, when I look at the Hermit and I think, whatever it is that you're dealing with, the way that you're seeing it right now and the way that you're fearing it it's not accurate. And it's not fair. Clearly, some of you are dealing with some really difficult circumstances, and I worry that some of you are blaming yourself. But if this is like a repeat of old dramas or something that you've continuously been dealing with, it would make sense that the artificial heart is there, where it's like, I don't know what to feel anymore. I don't know how to respond to this. And taking that time out with the Hermit is probably the best thing to do here. But whatever it is that you're carrying around with that Seven of Pentacles, you're hurting yourself because you believe that if you drop it and let it go, it's going to be painful, but even if it is that way, with strength being there, you're going to have to find the strength to end something that you can't continue to shoulder anymore. But the world there is saying that when you do this and you take those steps, that it's going to be okay. This is going to be a successful completion for you. But you're going to have to figure that out. What is it that you need to do? But I think what's more important with the Hermit is, what was it that you initially wanted to see here? And then coming out, the Queen of Pentacles. And I love it. I love it because, look at it, right? You're really taking some time to yourself. Your head is down, but I see you in meditation and in prayer, and really going deep within and trying to get, it's funny because look at it, right? It has like a temperance type feel, getting back to equilibrium and balance and finding the strength to do that. And then you come out with the Queen of Pentacles, and I feel like that's going to be you, whether you're male or female. Being more in tune with what you want to create and having the ability to do that instead of shouldering this bullshit. And then the Knight of Pentacles, right? But slow and steady wins the race. So it doesn't necessarily mean that nothing is going anywhere. I just think that you need to stay the course. So first of all, the Eight of Wands. I look at that with the Six of Wands, and I think that this isn't really about communication here. For some of you, yeah, it can be, but I look more so at this as you took action. You took immediate action, quick action to get things going in the right direction, or getting everything kind of like lined up so that you can get to this completion, but the completion that you're facing is difficult, right? But I look at this as I took immediate action, and then there was this victory. But I don't think that you're feeling that anymore, because with the Seven of Pentacles, like I said, you're not seeing, the growth that you wanted with a situation, with a job, whatever. But you're carrying it around. And then you look at the Nine of Pentacles here, and you're talking about needing to take immediate action to get back to a place of financial stability and independence and being able to do things on your own. I'm telling you, the female for me in the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress is the same woman. It's just different aspects of this woman, like raising her vibrational level, so to speak. But with that Nine of Pentacles, again, it's financial independence. And I don't think that it's the gilded cage. I don't think that that's the case here. But I think that for a lot of you, you're realizing that in order to get back to this place of victory, you're going to have to take action. But don't force yourself to make any quick choices, though, either. Because again, with the Hermit, you're going to have to take a minute to yourself to think about, well, what is the right action to take? But you will know, right? Like I always say with the Eight of Wands, the door kind of like opens up and when you need to do something. Now, and again with the Knight of Pentacles, right? When you find that strength, when you come out of that prayer, when you come out of that meditation, I think that the Knight of Pentacles here is saying that eventually things will start to get back on track. But you're going to have to be really, persistent and methodical and continuing to do what you feel like is going to bring you that financial independence, no matter how slow it's going to be. Now, for some of you, it's just, I need to do this. Things are going to move slowly, but eventually you're going to get to this place of the Queen of Pentacles where you feel like you have the ability to create comfort and stability for yourself and everyone around you. But that starts with you finding the strength to drop this burden that you're carrying over something that is not giving you the kind of growth that you want to see. Clearly, because, the endings are difficult. Oh my God. And break free, Sag, really. Honor yourself by giving yourself some freedom here, the Nine of Pentacles, and break free of the burden that you are carrying around over something that you feel like you can't let go of, even though it's not giving you what you want. Now it's becoming this like burden. You can't do that to yourself anymore. And then love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. There you go. Love for yourself, right? Love and respect for yourself. The only way that you're going to get that is if you slow down. The Knight of Pentacles too, right? I like the way that you come out of this. Your circumstances may be difficult right now, but I'm telling you that things are going to get better. They're going to get better. But don't look at trying to find the strength to shoulder something that, isn't going to give you what you need or what you want. regardless of how much you put into it. It's funny because it almost has like an Eight of Cups type of feel, but it's more about security and independence, though. You know, and no matter how you reevaluate the situation that you're dealing with, still, you're only at the 7 here. You know, it's time to start planting the different seeds, right? In the world, once you get past all this, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to feel better about your circumstances. A huge chapter in your life is going to come to a close, but in a way that's going to be better than what you're fearing.